Okay, we have a green box. We have a live counter ticking up. We should now be live, or very soon will be. And that, of course, means welcome back to the Storytime Network, where it is time for more Persona 4 Golden. We got this banger theme going in the OST.
I love it.
If we just take a look, we have done some leveling. Except for Chie, Teddy, and especially Yosuke. I'm pretty set in my ways with my team.
I mean, it's a good team. Why break something that doesn't need fixing?
I'm gonna be honest, Chie
fixing?
and Teddy aren't that useful.
At least not at this stage of the game.
Yeah. Teddy I could maybe see as another healer.
I mean, Yukiko is such a useful healer, though.
Yeah, I kind of just like, well, fine, Yukiko can heal, and because that's the other thing. Yukiko can act as a soul healer thanks to Naoto having fire skills.
Yep.
You may also notice Naoto now has Megadolaun. Megadolaun? I don't know how to pronounce it. Severe almighty damage. Severe almighty damage is what matters.
Yeah.
Should also point out that I discovered there are personas that have resistance to almighty damage, which is bullshit.
That is bullshit. That defeats the purpose of Almighty, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that is absolute bullshit.
So yeah, you know, once again, I'm annoyed at Persona 4 Golden for this.
It is neither the first time, and it probably won't be the last time.
I haven't done
For
anything.
being honest, Bill.
Yeah, I haven't done anything with our personas. They'll be fine. We got good coverage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do you need to level them up more, or are they fine at that level?
They'll be fine. I might. The issue is, I would have to. We've got 400,000 yen at the moment.
Which is quite a lot.
Close to 500,000, which is not bad, to be fair. But at this point, I would prefer to leave and sell the loot we've gained before doing Persona stuff. So I might just do that. Might do some Persona fusing before we do the actual final boss, because I'm gonna say we probably aren't gonna get to the final boss today, considering we are we still got a few more levels to go through, and then we'll be waiting out until I think it was something like the 22nd.
Oh, hey, Fuzzy.
Hey, Fuzzy.
Oh, never mind.
I live. Hi.
But do you die and live again?
Oh.
Oh?
Sorry, that was a reference to something.
Well, you always forget how hard Persona soundtracks tend to slap.
Oh yeah, no, this fucking song is a banger, and I absolutely adore it.
It's great.
Slaps.
I still put
Also,
a Persona 5 theme, though. Persona 5 is kind of on another level, if I'm being honest.
no, Persona
Okay.
5 is a comprehensive upgrade over the entirety of the Persona series in basically every aspect except maybe story.
I like Persona 5 story. It's not like mega good, but like I think it's still workable for sure.
I don't think the story of Persona 5 is bad. It's more that it's like a lot. Like I said, we've talked about this several times on the stream. Is that Atlas sold out, and it's a lot more cowardly than
Oh yeah,
say Persona 2.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that is a factor. Like the fact that Atlas are cowards and don't allow,
Gay people to exist.
they
You know?
allow gay people to exist. Oh, this is gonna go badly. Oh, I hate this fucking
you're fine.
system. I'm just gonna keep going.
Run, Forrest, run! Ah, fuck.
Fuck's sake. I hate Persona 4 Golden for this.
Oh, that's not good.
For not having an ambush system.
Like I said, Persona 5's kind of a comprehensive upgrade in a lot of ways.
Right, what are we dealing with here?
You know, Persona 5 is...
You can win this. Just don't
There's
use
one
fire
very
attacks.
specific way where I really
Three
like
of them. Don't
Persona
give up,
5
okay?
in that it has stealth mechanics that aren't really stealth mechanics, and it just makes you feel like a stealth god even
Fuck's
when
sake.
you're just pressing the
Yeah.
same button.
Yeah. It's not like Assassin's Creed or Batman Arkham Asylum or anything like that.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to try, but it still makes you like. I think that's really the pinnacle of
Senpai.
not just video games, but like
Enemy down.
anything in general
Here
is
goes.
if it makes you feel like you're
Down.
accomplishing something in life
Showtime. Are
without
you
actually
ready?
having
You
to
can
make you
count on
accomplish
it.
something in
Go.
life,
Beat 'em up.
it's already won.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Someone finish this one off. Hanji's been hit. Someone help.
Okay, so I am listening to the
One enemy
audio
remaining.
without the video. Are y'all aware that there's some
It ain't going down!
That's
like, you know what I'm saying?
Fuzzy, your audio is like spiking whenever you start talking.
oh fuck
What
no.
again? 3 more enemies for you.
I literally. Oh, I understand.
Fire. It's got fire. Uriel has fire.
3 of them.
The
Don't
fire's
beat 'em
How-
up, okay?
How about now? Is it better now?
A little bit, yeah.
2 enemies
Yeah.
down.
So as it
Keep
turns
going,
out,
Senpai.
my
That's a
sensitivity
no-brainer. I'm
and,
sure you'll
like,
win.
settings were different because I'm on my sanity alt instead of my actual account.
Fair enough. That's fair.
It got back up. Defeat it fast.
Oh no, Argy. What am I gonna
Like-
do?
Like,
Come, Yamato
are you like just listen to some of the dialogue on occasion and just like imagine you can't see what's happening on the screen, and I think you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Well, now Toko,
You're saying it's very
you never
suggestive,
lose your
aren't you?
cool.
You think?
Senpai, your offense has been lowered.
Especially since she calls you senpai. It's like,
Oh no, Rise is thirsty as fuck.
yeah.
We've
This has
we've
been
learned that.
established.
We've
Oh,
established
by
that.
the way, are you like
No escape.
going the
We're on
canon-
we found the killer. We're on his dungeon.
No, I know, but are you guys doing the canon route of like completely non-romantic you, or are you like
No,
banging
I
someone?
romanced Naoto as soon as it was possible.
Hey, you know that's really all you could ask for.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Senpai.
I mean,
Naruto basically like
I don't think any of the team options are necessarily bad romance options. It's once you go with the options outside of the team that they start becoming less optimal. At least in Persona 4.
how so?
I mean, the adult options at least are not ideal.
Okay, well, yeah. Persona's always
And,
had that. Well, not always, but it has that issue, huh?
mm.
Yeah. I mean, it could potentially be done well. It'd be very difficult to do well, but yeah.
I feel like people always talk about how it's kind of gross, but then they end up romancing the Doctor from Persona 5.
Look, she's hot, okay?
But yes, no, that in fact was the first person I ended up shipping with my Joker on my first playthrough.
I'm torn between her and Makoto at this point. Because on the one hand, I really like Makoto,
please. Jack, please.
and on the other hand, what?
Makoto is like it's saying your favorite Dragon Ball Z character is Goku.
Look, she's popular for a reason, and that reason is because she's awesome.
I like smart punchy lady. Give me a break.
Okay,
No
Punchy?
problem.
Yes.
It'll be over in a flash.
Smart?
Yeah. Well, I've seen so far, and I don't think that's really a fair comparison, Fuzzy, because Goku is the protagonist, not.
Well, you know what I mean, right? It's like I don't know who. Like I'm kind of like completely. Okay, you know what? It's no. Okay, I was gonna say something, but it would be a bad faith argument because that's just the correct answer.
Good job, Naruto.
You don't miss a
I was gonna say it's like if your favorite Cradle character is Ethan, but then I realized everyone's favorite Cradle character is Ethan for a good reason.
2 enemies.
It's just the correct option.
So persistent.
Exactly.
Enemy defeated.
Don't feel that way
Keep up
about
the good work.
Makoto. Makoto feels like the mercy of the game.
Fast.
And that she's
I'm
very
saying?
good, but not
Too
like
weak to fight me.
not outside the box or perfect favorite character.
It's like almost like she's designed specifically to be everyone's
Likeable?
favorite character. Yes. Not necessarily even just likable, but like she's designed like she feels like she was conceived in a boardroom, if that makes sense.
I don't quite see it like that, but I do get the sense that she was designed to be a popular character.
Yeah, right? Like there's like
But she was successful
like-
at that.
it's like algorithmic pop music. You know how like pop music has like there's like it's a solvable problem. There's just an algorithm that is capable of making popular pop music.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. I feel like Makoto was created by an algorithm.
At the
They
same
followed a flowchart of popular characters.
at the
I
same
can't quite say it that way.
at the same time, I could say that for other P5 characters. In particular, I would say, fuck's sake, Futaba.
Okay, no, Futaba. No, I agree with you.
Really?
Futaba is absolutely
Get away.
she is hard-coded
Ran away.
as the Emoto archetype, right? Like literally, it's like
1 enemy to go. Keep it up. Persona.
Like what, Fuzzy?
Enemy down.
it's like how every Persona game has to have a Yusuke or a Ryu. Yusuke? No,
Yosuke.
is the yes. Okay, look. Why would they have 2 characters in 2 different games with such a
Now,
similar
Typhoon,
name?
Your defense is
Because nobody
Because,
cares about Yosuke
reasons.
because he's shit.
Yosuke or Yusuke?
Yosuke.
Okay, is everyone ready?
Yosuke is a fairly divisive character, but he's actually pretty popular in Japan, from what I've heard.
Of course he's popular in Japan. Okay, I was gonna say something mean, but I feel like I shouldn't say that legally. You know what I was gonna
Really
say.
I have an idea, and it rhymes with Hoshi.
Don't know what that word. I feel like I know what you're trying to say, but I don't think I've ever heard that term before.
Roshi. Talking
Oh
about
no,
Master
no,
Roshi.
no! That's not what I was gonna say at all.
Oh, okay. You can DM me what you were going to say if you want.
It's a word that is similar to aerobic.
What? For what now?
Aerobic?
Well, the last half of it is similar to the word aerobic.
I don't get it.
I'll explain.
Just post in the chat.
If I just post it in the chat without context, it's going to sound much worse than it is. So I'll just explain it
We
at some
don't
point.
really care too much.
No, but like, you know, sometimes you just let me have this. It's been a while since I've been on
Alright.
stream.
Alright.
So, like, Mill, I think you've, like, played enough of the game by this point to, like, give a firm sort of review of Persona 4, right?
Yeah.
Be
So,
careful.
how do you
There's an
feel,
enemy immune to light.
general,
Uh,
Persona 4 as a game?
Gameplay-wise, it pales in comparison to 5. I'm sorry, it's awful compared to 5 in that.
I think a lot of people would agree with you.
Oh yeah.
I think everyone, I feel like even the most, like, sort of vehement haters of 5
Oh.
are like, the gameplay's pretty sick. Right?
Yeah, like
Enemy down. Move.
the-
Count not to cut.
the point is that, you know,
You hit the enemies. Let me.
I feel like I've suffered through the actual dungeon segments rather than actually, you know, like there were palaces in 5 that I didn't particularly like, but overall I enjoyed the gameplay.
Enemy down. Great
She's
work,
unreal.
senpai.
It helps that it's, like, stylish as frick.
Yeah, that
Nugget
helps.
senpais,
And
seriously cool.
we were talking about this last time out. The actual, like, shadow designs in 4 are just lazy.
How so?
I mean, it's the same half a dozen to a dozen, like, shadow
Oh, so they're all just
shadow
palette
designs
swaps?
just with different names. It's not even palette swaps, they just have different names.
Oh wow, that's even worse. At least Persona 5... like, okay, so the SMP franchise has always had, like, the sort of,
Yeah.
palette swap thing going on. At least they do actual palette swaps, like, they change the coloration around sometimes. Okay, so gameplay, as understandably, is much worse.
Character-wise, I would honestly say I don't really feel as close to a lot of 4's characters as I did 5's. I mean, some of them I do. I mean, some of them I do really like.
It's a no-brainer. I'm sure you'll win.
Noble Seeker. What the fuck is Noble Seeker?
Let me guess, your favorite... How could you not be attached to a character as great as Teddy?
Oh, fucking Teddy just got influenced by Yosuke way too quickly.
Teddy is kinda garbage. So at least he doesn't have Yosuke's flagrant homophobia.
There is that at least.
See, I was
How
like...
do I delete messages from the chat, by the way?
Now what could you be weak?
In moderator options, I don't think I have mod on the account that I'm using, so I don't think I can do it. But like,
I think you have to click on the name, and then it'll give you an option. Maybe, I'm not sure.
yeah.
All right, powered up.
Has there ever been like a mascot character in a JRPG that's like likable?
Apparently 3's wasn't that bad, but that was more because it was a dog that couldn't talk.
Yes, no, a speaking mascot. Like, I don't think the dog from 3 counts because it's like it's a mascot, but like it doesn't talk, then it basically doesn't count.
Who would you say the mascot was in Nier Automata?
Okay, this is probably gonna make a few people mad, but like 9S.
I can't disagree.
Right?
I
Oh
can't
wow.
disagree.
Going for the fucking throat there.
But I love Nines. He was my favorite
Okay,
character.
9S is a good character. I
Yeah.
will give him that. Kid does probably grope to be like in the very start of the game during the controller vibration test sensitivity thing.
I don't remember
You
that,
love him.
honestly.
So, So, you know how at the beginning of the game you can set up like a controller
Just to the
vibration?
left. Come on, this
No,
fight's
I
not
honestly
over.
do not remember that.
Okay, so at the beginning of the game in Nier Automata, you can set up controller vibration, and
Someone
basically
finish
it's
this.
like in story, it's basically 9S talking to you about talking to Scooby about like motor sensitivity or like some sort of nerve sensitivity thing.
Right.
And so you can just answer no every time he asks you if it's vibrating properly. And it culminates in him eventually like
That thing.
touching something that causes the controller to vibrate really severely. And
Oh my.
yes, and he's very visibly nervous. So like the implication is basically that he touched some sort of erogenous zone.
But that's
It shouldn't be surprising. Like Nier Automata is just an openly thirsty game.
I mean, yeah.
Just like one of the thirstiest games out there. Like y'all remember when Yoshi P was when someone was like, "Hey, Yoshi P, what is up with this? I did some camera manipulation, and you can totally see like 2B's butthole." And then the Naoki Yoshida, I think is not Naoki Yoshida. Yoshi P. I don't know what his actual name is. That's what he calls himself.
Beat it.
He was like, "Can you send me the pics?" Like on his public Twitter account was like, "Oh, that's very interesting. Can I see it?" Like in the thirstiest way possible. So like, yeah, it's a very thirst.
it's a very thirsty
real.
game. I fully accept that Yoko Taro is a thirsty bitch.
Yoko Taro, Yoshi P is the Final Fantasy. Okay, sorry. Yoshi P is the Final Fantasy 14 guy. Yoko Taro is the guy who wears the Emil head
Yep.
everywhere. Right.
Mhm.
Yoko Taro was the one who was like, "Yes, can I see it?" So yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm having trouble deleting messages. I have no idea how to do it.
Okay, hang on.
Have
Let me
you-
see if I can.
If you click the name of the message
Yeah, it
sender,
just gives the option to follow,
That's not
manage, or
Darkness won't work.
I think it's under manage.
Don't give up. Try using.
so it gives me the option to monitor and restrict.
5 enemies left.
there might
Hang in
be,
there.
if you hover over a message, there might be 3 dots that show up, and click on that.
Nope. Hold on, maybe if I do this.
You're doing well.
In the meantime, I have a question, actually.
Oh boy.
No. It's a perfectly harmless video game related question. So, we all know what Gen 1ers are here, right?
Gen 1ers.
Yes, the objectively wrong people that we all know about.
Understood. Places, everyone.
What kind of Gen 1er specifically? There's a lot of different ones.
Here goes.
Like, really?
Beat 'em up.
With what regard are you talking about Gen 1ers? Sorry, like, within a specific fandom or more general?
Wait, I thought Gen 1ers was exclusive to the Pokemon fandom. You're saying it's like...
Yeah,
It
there's
exists
also,
every-
like, the Transformers Gen 1ers as well. Come off the top of my head.
Oh, so apparently we can just call them...
Level up.
Okay, so my question was going to be, are the people who prefer Persona 1 and 2 over the dating sim personas Persona Gen 1ers? And apparently the answer is just yes.
I guess so, yeah.
Like, I remember Zito talking about the fact that he liked Persona when it was just a dungeon crawler, and like,
Now
not as much when it became a...
You can win this.
dating sim.
Blast it with wind.
And I was like, but Persona it's better as a dating sim. There's like JRPG dungeon crawlers with like a cast
That's a
of
no-brainer.
quirky
I'm sure you'll
characters. Describes about 70% of the JRPGs on the market.
Mm-hmm.
Like, adding the dating sim elements honestly was something of a revolutionary decision, and I'm just like, how do you guys feel about that?
I mean, I can't say I've played like OG SMT, but I like
So,
I like the character aspects of Persona, so
You hit the enemies. You're doing
Okay.
well.
Yeah.
imagine Persona 4 and 5,
To be weak.
but without
This
the
one's
social
weak
link
to ice.
system, and it's just the dungeons.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if it was the pre-5 dungeons, that's god awful.
Down.
The enemy
Even in
I hope you're
post
prepared.
5, imagine if it was just all mementos.
Oh
do
god,
it.
no.
Magic-kun.
All right, leave it to me.
Ugh.
'Cause that's kind of what it was for a while. Right?
That's the
Like,
SMP games, isn't it? In a nutshell?
not just SMT, I think even like Persona 3 didn't have like bespoke palaces or like
No, it didn't.
No,
Bespoke
what I've heard
dungeons,
it was
just-
this thing called Tartarus.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
just all Tartarus, which was basically just mementos.
I mean, Mementos being boring as sin is what made me take so long to complete Royal.
Mm.
So mementos, once you get some of the upgrades, is a lot smoother simply because you can just like skip most of the battles.
Give me a sec. I'll do a quick scan. It's weak
You
to light.
Right?
You can skip, like, decent chunks of it, but that doesn't mean it's not, you know, still boring as sin. Just having to search every fucking level.
The rule,
Naoto-kun.
No enemies defeated.
No, it's funny.
Whoa, Kanji.
Well,
that
it's
was
not funny.
great.
It's just the cruelty of
Beat
the
it to a
universe.
pulp.
Persona or mementos. Every time you're actually like grinding or like looking for like loot, you find the exit immediately. And whenever you're trying to speedrun it and go to the exit immediately, you go to every other route first.
Yeah, it's like the
However-
game reads your intent.
Mm.
Sinful. Anyway, Mill, so your Persona review? I believe you covered gameplay and character.
The story has been good. It's been hindered a little bit in the sense that I knew that Itachi was the killer from day
Okay,
one.
I think everyone did by this point.
I do.
So,
Yeah.
even the people who didn't know, let's be honest. Take one look at him. He's like the single sketchiest. It's like
He is pretty
people who
sketchy.
Didn't know. It's like the people who. It's like everyone knew was the traitor in 5. Because let's be real, it
I'm
couldn't
glad I
have
didn't
ele-
catch that through. I'm glad I didn't catch that through the audio distortion.
No, I
got
didn't say
fuzzy.
the name. I didn't say the name.
Fire.
Also,
I said-
oh boy, that name hasn't aged well.
Which name?
Oh,
I don't want to say the name because it hasn't aged well.
It rhymes with plastic and is an insane
Oh!
ableist control.
Oh, I didn't actually. Oh God,
Yeah.
Abe was unaware of that actually.
Yeah, it's a plastic
Put
tank.
me down.
Shut up,
Go to
Naoto-kun.
town, Naoto-kun.
Also, speaking of lazy designs, it's just like a tank, huh?
You hit the enemy's weakness.
Like
Precisely. I hope you're prepared.
Persona 5's got like an elephant man with weird metal nipple pasties, and then this has a tank. I remember the elephant from Persona 5.
Yeah.
The metal
I'm
nipples.
gone for that yet.
Ganesha, I believe.
Nice.
But Ganesha actually doesn't have the metal nipples. I believe.
Oh.
There's like
Oh.
there's actually multiple elephants. Ganesha's just the
Mil-
well-known one.
they reflect physical.
Yeah, because they fucking erected a physical wall, and physical is the only thing they're weak to. So I have to I have to do a physical attack to get rid of the wall before I can hit the weakness again.
Oh, that's a bitch-ass move.
It is.
I
Which is
mean,
why I
you would
hate
do it
this
in a
game.
heartbeat, but it's a
You
bitch-ass
like-
move from a computer.
You don't always have to hit the weakness, though.
I do if
You
I
don't?
want this battle not to take a fucking hour.
Understood.
and take all of
Is
my
it
SP.
really that grindy?
Go! Beat him up!
Yeah.
This game fucking sucks in terms of gameplay.
Wow. Oh
Couldn't
god.
do it.
Yeah, because like
Magic
in
Move, now is the time.
All right,
Persona, like 5, which is obviously that's the name we're gonna keep talking about because it's the gold standard, really, at this
Yeah.
point.
Mm-hmm.
But like in 5, you're basically like you do have run the risk until in the early game, especially before you really have easy access to the SP recovery items. You do run the risk of like running out of like SP, but it's never in one battle.
I
Right?
probably
If you run out
wouldn't
of
run out.
resources,
I
so the-
probably wouldn't run out in one battle. But the
You know
issue,
what
the
I
issue,
mean.
the issue is it happens so frequently that there is a genuine danger of running out of SP.
Mm-hmm.
I will admit that has never been my. That has always been one of the parts I like the least about the Persona franchise in general. Is like
Works well on this one. You
I
can
understand the appeal of resource
win. 3 of
management.
them. Don't give up now, okay?
It does make the game less fun.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like
Yep.
infinite resources, right? That's just nonsensical. Like,
Yeah.
like you know what I tend to like is games where the system is like
There, Naoto-kun.
resource management is on a battle by battle basis.
Yo, I'll send you to hell.
Like what they did with guns in Royale,
Oh, hey, not too.
on, Dan.
right?
Is everyone ready?
Where
Yeah.
they fixed guns.
Let's do
Yeah.
this in style.
Go! Beat him up!
Guns were absolute dog doo-doo in
So persistent.
in like original P5, and in Royal they actually fixed it, where it's your ammo refills battle to battle.
Yeah.
That was a really smart call, and I feel like I like that sort of resource management system more.
I should also, just as an aside, point out that these tanks are one of the personas that are resistant to almighty damage, and it's fucking bullshit.
And that okay? Why would you have a game where you resist almighty damage? The point of almighty damage is that it's like non-elemental that isn't resisted by anything.
I don't.
Yep.
All it does is serve to draw out battles. That's all it does. And that's you know, that's part of the reason I really don't like Persona 4 Golden's gameplay, is because like
Another level.
everything the computer does is just to draw the battles
cheating your way
out.
through it.
I'm doing my best. I've resorted to guide, so I'm at least not going blind
No, like,
through the
just open
fucking
up
weaknesses.
Cheat Engine.
No, because I'm bad at it, and B, I just really
Yeah,
cannot
you
be
just need
asked.
to download a table off like one of the various Cheat Engine websites. Well, okay, there's only one, but yeah. I can understand that, but it's like in a game like this, I'm totally just like, yeah, just open up Cheat Engine.
Careful, it's a Wow, it's puny. This'll be cake.
Brilliant Cyclops. Route to ice, I believe that is? Yes, ice. Oh, so is that. Okay, good. Hey again, boo.
Reset scan.
So what's your team looking like?
Yukiko, Kanji, Naoto.
No, I mean like your personas.
Oh, give me a sec. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Got it, move, senpai.
Here's another thing I hate about
I
P4
really
Golden.
don't like that.
Here's another thing I hate about P4 Golden's gameplay. You miss significantly more often than you do in P5.
It's another thing I don't like in games. I like, what if you just like didn't have an accuracy stat?
And
Unless like,
Do this in style.
I feel like base accuracy should be 100%, and then should differ like.
defeated.
I'm
Let's do
okay
this
with
now,
like a
Toe.
high damage,
Understood.
low accuracy move. That's cool, or like lower buffing accuracy is cool. But like, I don't like it when the base attacks have like a chance to miss, and it's
Yeah.
usually a significant chance.
God
One
Damn
enemy
it.
to go. Keep it up. Ooh, this
And of course, it's literally nothing. Not fun. Okay. But yeah, like in P5, I obviously it's been a while since I last played. I don't remember exactly, but I feel like very, very rarely did you miss if the
No, like I said,
the
unless
persona
there
in-
were special circumstances, you
Yeah.
basically didn't miss.
if the persona in question had like either upped their evasion or decreased your hit rate.
I think there were
Yeah.
some moves that were like high power, low accuracy as
Yeah.
well. There were also some moves that were low damage but guaranteed hit under all circumstances.
Yeah. I mean, the ones
least
that I remember loving were the ones that did low damage but had a high crit rate.
That's what I was thinking of, not low damage, high accuracy, low damage. Yeah, crit builds were like, love that they were viable. Any game that has viable crit builds is kind of hilarious because, like,
I mean,
at
those.
the end of the day, you're basically relying almost entirely on RNG. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's hilarious when it works.
I mean, those moves were pretty much the only reason I kept using Morgana.
Morgana is just.
I'll talk about that.
I only finished the third palette, and I already dislike Morgana.
Morgana's
I
definitely one of those characters who you really... He was made for a very specific audience, and anyone outside of that audience will hate
Two
him.
more to go.
Yeah, I get that sense.
I'm actually... Okay, I should note, I don't actually know what audience he was made for.
Let's go.
I'm just assuming that's the case. I don't know who is into... Well, okay, I know one subset of people who's into Morgana, but, like, that's we don't talk about that particular subset of people.
Go get 'em,
Yeah,
go,
they're
go,
not
go.
bad people necessarily. They're just different.
Hang tight now, Tokun.
I'm not talking about the furries.
Oh,
Go
like-
get 'em, go, go, go.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns.
oh, you're talking
My
about
revenge
Sims.
for
Okay.
that. Well done, everyone.
Yes, but also, like,
Have I gotten a little stronger?
okay,
Also like what, Fuzzy? You're not helping the conversation by just like not answering questions.
you know that there are some questions where it's better off not to answer them, but, like, also, he's not just a furry, I believe the term the furry fandom uses is a cub. Know what I'm saying?
I vaguely get a sense of what you're saying, and I can look it up myself if I want to know more.
I would not recommend looking it up without some sort of protection.
So incognito or state search. Gotcha.
Persona.
Amazing,
Good one,
Senpai.
Senpai.
4 enemies defeated. Senpai, that was so cool.
This is just so fucking like dull.
I've proven my
There
manhood.
are all out attacks in this, right?
There are, but you have to hit weaknesses to do them. And
Yeah,
there are,
but, like-
there are some shadows that don't have weaknesses.
Ooh, congratulations. All right, level up.
There are crits in this.
There are. And I'm fairly sure, like, a good 80% of my personas have upped crit rates. Doesn't always help.
Can you make Yoshi yet?
Yoshitsune?
Yes.
Probably. I don't know. I mean, maybe not. I don't know what base level he is.
As far as I can tell, Yoshi is, like, easy mode.
It's immune to electricity.
Okay, I think if you,
will
like,
work.
stack
Doesn't
physical
this-
damage and then use his, like, 8-hit move, just, like, destroys.
Persona.
Well, I don't think I've got the
Keep going, Senpai. Keep going,
like-
Senpai.
base level for him yet, so...
Senpai, that was perfect.
Okay,
All yours.
Horror Prison.
Someone finish
Tara
this
prison?
one off.
car or prison?
Oh, car or prison? Again, I
Yukiko-senpai,
prefer the
two to
prison just because it feels like,
It has personality,
yeah,
like the twins versus the lady.
yeah.
I don't even remember her name.
But it also feels like it has, like, narrative connection.
You're right, actually, yeah, because it's just like
The car just seems to be there.
Whereas the twins do seem to have like a pretty strong contribution.
also
to the
like
narrative.
yeah, no, it's thematically and like also Jack you don't know well like basically thematically story wise, there's a lot of like very relevant connections.
Interesting.
I mean, like, there's the obvious one of protagonist did crime, allegedly. According to corrupt government figure.
Hmm.
There's, like, a lot of thematic, just, like, feels like Persona 3... You know, it's... Persona 4 is really just the awkward middle child, isn't it?
Persona 3 or Persona 4?
Persona 4, because Persona 3 is pretty widely regarded as, like, a banger.
Oh, that's not good. Darkness won't work.
And, like, Persona 5 is obviously great, but, like...
Persona 5 basically put Persona on the broader map in terms of like.
Yeah, Persona 5 really is when Persona went mainstream.
Yep. Like Persona 4 had the first inklings of it, but Persona 5, that was the first Persona I actually heard about, and I was not really in the JRPG space beyond Pokemon at that point. Like, I had vaguely heard of Kingdom Hearts and Fire Emblem, and that was it, beyond Pokemon.
Okay, here's the question.
It's quite tenacious.
Is Pokemon a JRPG, or is it its own genre?
I guess it is its own genre.
Right? Like, maybe you could have made an argument that, like, Gen 1 and 2 were JRPGs, but, like, after Gen 1 and 2, it kind of just became its own thing.
I actually got introduced to Pokemon with Gen 3. Because that was when I was first able to actually get, you know, a game system to play Pokemon on.
You know what's funny? I was introduced to... You could kind of say I was simultaneously introduced to Gen 1 and Gen 3, because I was introduced to the Gen 1 remakes in Gen 3.
See, my first
Well,
Pokemon game was Ruby.
Couldn't finish it.
mine was Leaf Green.
I got that one second. Then I got
Also-
Emerald, because green is my favorite color, and also Emerald version is awesome.
Emerald's probably, like...
It's quite tenacious.
I really miss the fact that they, like, don't make those anymore. Like,
The third game that has all the best of both worlds,
Yes.
plus an actual post-game.
Now they just, like, do sequels and remakes that, in some cases, make the story noticeably worse.
I haven't heard the remakes making the story worse yet.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon does.
Basically,
Basically, like, makes
Senpai, are you okay?
It's quite tenacious.
Evil MILF much more sympathetic, or at least it tells you that she's much more sympathetic, and also takes away most of Lily's agency, which, you know, is kind of the point of the
Here
story
we
in
go.
the first place, and then they take it away.
that's not ideal.
Here goes.
Yeah.
If I play any version, it should be the OG Star Moon, not the remake. Gotcha.
Say Moon, because the
Senpai, that
weird
was
bat
so
thing is better than
cool.
Lion. Just in general.
Man, with all the stuff like Dragon Ball and Naruto coming to Fortnite, It reminds me of that wild fucking time when Keltier was dropped as into Fortnite.
Was he? There was a
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess people just didn't talk about it as much because Mistborn.
Mistborn isn't as mainstream as Naruto and DBZ, yeah.
I'm certain the Cosmere community wishes it was.
I mean, by fantasy literature standards, Mistborn is fairly mainstream.
Sanderson is basically as mainstream as you can get as a hardcore epic fantasy author.
Yeah.
Like, he's not mainstream by mainstream standards, but it's about as good as it gets.
Hmm.
Also, I have a question. People make jokes about this all the time. How does the New York Times bestseller list work?
I believe it just tracks sales month by month. For
Okay, but then how
various...
is it that multiple books can hit the #1 on the New York Times bestseller list, like, every day?
I'm pretty sure it's a monthly list, Fuzzy.
I get that, but have you never felt that, like, you sometimes see books that come out in the same month that somehow both make it to the top of the New York Times bestseller list?
I don't know exactly when it's either monthly or weekly. If it's weekly, that would
It makes a
explain
lot
more.
more sense. Yeah, it makes a lot more sense if it's weekly.
Yeah, I am fairly sure it's weekly.
Because the joke is that basically every book gets #1 on the New York Times bestsellers list. Like, basically
I don't know about every book getting #1, but every book getting on the bestseller list.
Every somewhat popular book.
Hmm.
Right, we're now at the point where we would
this is
reach...
something I'm not, like, as experienced with. How rabid is the Persona fandom?
Pretty rabid in some ways.
And I'm not talking about the people who want to bang the toaster.
Like
Tofu.
tofu?
I didn't name any names.
You didn't have to.
In his defense, he's not exactly alone in wanting to bang the toaster.
Tofu
A lot of people want to bang the toaster.
Tofu knows what he's
Fair
about.
enough. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. We ain't shaming it. We're just pointing it out.
Mm-hmm.
That is a thing that exists.
Also, yeah, we're at the point where we'd reach Dachi now, so it's time to wait. Because we ain't doing that until the 22nd. Because
So it's time to do social links now.
P4 Golden does this dumb thing where if you complete Adachi before the time limit, it just skips to the time limit.
Yeah, it's
Um,
not just this. It's like kind of like story reasons it makes sense.
I don't care. I'm not doing it. I have things.
Yeah.
I have social links to grind. Even if I might not be able to do like fucking the team social links, I'll do other ones.
Well, you can double check to see if you can.
Well, we'll see, won't we? Because I'll either be able to do it or I won't. Oh God, not her.
She is just so bad.
Oh. Kashiwagi.
You're gonna have to be more specific than that. I don't know any of these people's names.
The lady teacher at in Persona 4.
The one who
Who
takes
is,
one who takes over for Morioka
the
and
wannabe
is a
cougar.
predator. Yes.
Yeah, the wannabe cougar.
Okay, so somehow it did manage to upgrade, because in Persona 5, at the very least, Kawakami doesn't come on to you
No.
actively.
By
You
all
have to
accounts,
initiate.
yeah, by everything I've seen so far in her social link, she is not the forward one.
Oh, hey, you can do team social links. Fuck you, I'm not doing you, Yosuke.
He wishes you would. In
Yeah,
more
well,
ways than one.
well, after his homophobia, I haven't voluntarily talked to him, so fuck him.
It would have been nice if they actually let him be gay in the game, like they had apparently originally planned.
There's a mod for that. You can literally mod that back into the game.
Also bad at mods. Also very bad at mods.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Like I've been trying to mod in fucking
Okay, where did Understandable Have a Nice Day come from? Like, who popularized that? Because my like little baby cousin, I call him a little baby cousin, but he's like 11 by this point.
I'm pretty
says
sure
that
it came
pretty
from a
regularly.
vine.
Oh
I am
god.
90% sure it came from a vine.
Probably got. It probably had a resurgence on TikTok then. TikTok is just Vine, right?
yeah, pretty much.
TikTok is Vine, but longer. You know, I'm just gonna look it up on Know Your Meme, because that usually has. What rank are you at with Rise?
Don't remember. We'll see.
Because apparently rank 8. Are you
Don't
at
worry.
rank 8 or are you rank 7?
I don't remember, but don't worry. I've got the guide up. I also gave up on not doing this without the guides, so it's fine.
No,
Smart.
like anytime So here's the thing. In some games, using a guide is overkill. In a game like Persona franchise, not using a guide is just makes the game less fun. Most of the time.
Yeah.
Oh no, Understandable Have a Nice Day is from a series of image macros. And it's a Shack meme.
I'm sure it had a resurgence on Vine and or TikTok.
I don't know. I think it mostly went up on like Twitter and such. Apparently had a massive spike in mid 2020. I wonder why.
I mean, this year? It's March 2020 right now, right?
I wish.
March 2020 was the longest month I've ever experienced.
We joke about that, but like, the world did. That was the month that Earth stood still.
It was only like halfway through that the pandemic really started kicking our asses here in the US of A.
March was
Kicked
when my
everyone's
university shut
collective
down,
asses.
so
Yeah, it was really the day after St. Patrick's Day, if I recall correctly, where the shutdown kicked off. It was like,
Oh,
I was working
wow, I
at
wonder
my
if that-
old job the day before that. We were doing closing and putting everything away because we were shutting down for a while. And then I went to a St. Patrick's Day party with my brother at my brother's place. And then the day after that, the shutdown kicked into full force. And so I drove home on an empty fucking highway through Los Angeles.
that must
Which
have been eerie.
never fucking happens. The LA highway is never empty.
I mean, I remember it was a Friday, and the following week was supposed to be my dissertation conference where we all had to give presentations about our dissertations, and it got cancelled midway through one of my seminars, and all of us who were in the seminar basically looked at each other and decided, you know what, we're going to go raid the library for as many books as we can carry, because we're pretty sure this shit is closing down. And it did in fact close down the following Monday.
Oh boy.
So there was about half a dozen of us who just had basically like a pile of books in front of us, like half as tall as us, just, you know, getting ready to take them out, because we knew that we had a feeling that the library was going to shut down and we needed these books.
Oof, yeah.
Though I was the only one to also take a book for
Recreational purposes?
recreational reading, because I got a book on the tsunami in 2011.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was an interesting book. It was really interesting.
Ooh, we got a buff to Risei.
Which tsunami was that?
The one after the 2011 earthquake.
Yeah,
Where was the
Japan.
affected region? Oh, that one. Okay, yes.
Apparently, Eiichiro Oda's home prefecture has erected statues of almost all the Straw Hats because of his donations to that region after the tsunami.
I mean, that's great. I fully support that, but also, I feel like they probably would have put up statues of the Straw Hats in general.
I'll see you later, Senpai.
I mean,
probably, but
this-
they are.
they've
fancy
also-
looking statues.
Yeah, they've also apparently like boosted tourism for the area like significantly. Unsurprisingly,
People must go on the pilgrimage to see the Straw Hat statues.
yeah.
So
Oda's home
Oda basically just triggered a resurgence for his home prefecture after it got wrecked by the tsunami. Indirectly, but still.
I mean, it's pretty direct. I don't think
he
you can
just
call
made
it.
He just made a donation. They're the ones who decided to make the statues.
Yes, but at the same time, he wrote the work that made the statues. Like, if there were statues, people will go there wherever the statues are. Is what I'm trying to say.
Psycho. Do I have?
Are you gonna
Psycho
work
stuff?
with the creepy hospital lady?
Don't have any other choices, so yeah.
Wait, there's a creepy hospital lady in Persona 4. I don't remember most of the characters in this game.
Yeah. Creepy hospital
Not
nurse
nearly as
is-
memorable as P5.
Again, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I'll just quickly
Like,
go through the
for
social
example-
links.
For example, P5 has a hot hospital lady.
Yes, and she is great.
But yeah, like Yosuke is Yosuke. Yukiko is
Fuck
pretty
him,
good.
yeah.
I do kind of like Yukiko. Margaret is less interesting than the twins by far.
Margaret is just like somehow even more generic waifu bait than most of the Velvet Room attendants have been in the
Yeah.
past, and
She
that's
has a
saying
real-
something.
The twins
She
at
has
least
the
have
aesthetic,
the
but
twins.
she doesn't really have much personality.
I
beyond
was
that.
about to say the twins have personality, even if
Yes,
you know
exactly.
one of them is
So does
harsh
Elizabeth.
tsundere.
That's her name, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Kanji is cool. Dojima is good, but Sojiro is so much better. So much better.
Sojiro kind of just sets a really fucking high bar, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Sojiro is just like, I just wish he was my dad instead.
I like Risei. Chie is sort of meh. Nanako's great. Like, there's no throwing shade at Nanako. Fox is...
No,
I mean,
It's
it's
adorable.
difficult to make Nanako bad.
Yeah. I like the idea of the Fox, but the quests that Persona 4 has is just fucking awful. So,
Yeah.
Can I ask
Uh,
a question though?
yeah.
What exactly is it that the fox says?
I
Don't
have made
pat
that
my
joke like every single time he's had a social link with the Fox.
don't pat my head, or I'll make you pay through the wazoo to get SP healing. Naoto is great. Fellow athletes was great. Saki's brother. Young
Kind of
mother.
depressing.
Which son did you choose?
Son.
Like
Drama.
which club?
Drama, which has been really fucking depressing.
Yep.
Really depressing.
Are you regretting that choice or
Not really. I like the character, but it's like, oh boy, is her social link depressing as shit.
What is hers? What is the premise?
Her estranged dad is in a
Yumi-
hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's
Ooh.
trying, and her mother is like taking care of him, and she's trying to decide whether to actually see him or not.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
Rough,
real
yeah.
fucking depressing.
I mean, I will
Oh, and
give
then
it. Yes.
there are also a few other social links. I think Mill is halfway through the nurse lady.
I think I'm at like rank 4 or 5. Yeah,
And you're only at rank 3, I think, with I.
This
yeah.
is the thing about guides that I prefer. It's just like I just want to see all of the social links in one playthrough, both for story reasons and for like convenience
I'm using
reasons.
a guide for Persona 5 Royal because
Yeah,
I want
no,
to
that's just the optimal way to play it.
Yeah.
Also, if you cheat, you can just forego that. Like, I personally am of the opinion that the out of combat stats are just beat. I'm not a fan of those at all. I just like
they do kind of gate your ability to do social links.
They hard gate your ability to do social links and just make it so much more grindy than it needs to be.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Royale does so well is by allowing you to actually do stuff in the cafe after you've been in a dungeon. It makes it a lot easier to grind those stats.
Even so, I just like needed them all to max on day one, and it makes the game so much better.
Well, it
gives you the freedom to it gives you the freedom to do all of the additional content.
Yeah.
And also get a maxed out social links. Is like in an optimal playthrough, you have to actually choose one or the other. You can either do all of the content, or you can either do the fun content, or you can max out your social links. Cannot do both. In an optimal playthrough of the game.
I mean, in Royale, I managed to do like a good 70 to 80% of the personas without even really trying. Like I wasn't trying to like go through that efficiently. I just happened to be able to do it that well, which is insane. Compared to this where I've, only got about maybe 4 or 5, I think, at this point, non-story rank 10s.
Something like that, yeah.
As I said, in P5, I was just finishing them by accident most of the time.
To be completely fair, some of the social links in Persona 5 are absolute give-me's. Like, Sun and Moon, you can rank up no matter what.
Which one's the moon again?
It's Mishima.
Oh, Mishima. I love Mishima. I wish I could have dated him.
He
has issues. He has issues.
I
could have made him better.
Mishima is like one of the few examples of a fictional character where I was initially like, I hate you, and then he brought it back.
Yeah.
It's very rare. You guys should know by now.
Oh, yeah.
It's very rare for me to change my opinion on a character.
Oh, we are fully aware of that.
Yes, even after they've had their entire arc. But, like, Mishima is one of the few examples where I was like, okay, you brought it back. I no longer hate you.
Yeah, no, Mishima's great. I love Mishima. I wish I could have dated him. I would have improved him.
You're saying you can fix him?
Yeah. Joker would have fixed Mishima. Look at what Joker did to fix Mishima when they weren't even dating.
Bill.
Yeah.
Which of the male social links would you promote to love interest if you were given charge of remastering Persona 5 Royal?
Mishima, Akechi, Yusuke. Akechi basically is a romantic social link anyway. I'm sorry, it is.
Knows
You're not entirely wrong.
As well. Yusuke is super bi-coded.
Oh, he is. He absolutely is.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't mention Ryuji, but then I remembered that you're not as big a fan of Ryuji.
Ryuji just isn't really my type. I like Ryuji as a character, as I've said before.
Ryuji's also very bro-coded.
Yeah, but as I've said before,
I mean, you say that, but isn't the bro coding traditionally just extremely hoye?
Oh boy.
It is very homoerotic, yes, but that's not the point here.
Glasses student has joined a club called the Healing Club, which is going to teach us how to neutralize the toxins in the fog. That can only go badly.
That's not how any of it works.
Okay, I give them a pass because it's magic shit,
Yeah.
right? So,
But yeah, as I was
Yeah.
saying, as I've said before, like I didn't expect this to happen, but when I was going through like Royal's epilogue, it was actually the final conversation with Ryuji that got me crying.
really?
Yeah, as I said, I didn't expect it because I didn't feel that strongly about him until then, and then it was just like, okay, no, I'm crying now. Okay, I guess
Okay.
I do actually quite like Ryuji.
Okay, you know what's funny? It's the worst ending of Persona 5. Or it's in terms of romances, but I do find it very, very funny that canonically, if you romance multiple people, Sojiro spends the entire game covering your ass behind the scenes.
Yep.
Because Sojiro's a bro.
He's like the best dad.
He's so
Yeah.
good.
Also, from what I've heard, apparently, if you decide to be an absolute dickhead and romance all of the available female characters, if you decide to hang out with Ryuji instead of dating them, they all come and beat the shit out of you.
Oh, no, that happens in every harem ending. If the one you hang out with, you have a nice, like, romantic evening with,
Yep.
and then everyone else beats the shit out of you the next day.
Yeah.
On Valentine's Day, rather, but, like, it's all
Yeah,
the
but-
epilogue anyway.
But apparently, you're hanging out with Ryuji when they come and find you and beat the shit out of you. From what
Not
I've
necessarily.
seen.
No, you can. It varies.
Oh, okay. So it's just okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, no, that it changes. You can depending on your choices. But no,
Okay,
in every
I
single
think it's
iteration,
funnier if you're hanging out with Ryuji when it happens, though.
it is. But basically, what happens is Sojiro gives you the like his pity chocolate at the end, but yeah, he basically says he's spent the entire year weaving a complex web of, in his own words, weaving a web of lies to cover for you, which is just
Yeah.
amazing on so many levels.
Fucking
Okay.
Bad move.
Okay, I've just put my finger on what makes Dojima worse than Sojiro. More than just, Dojima being a bad dad for
And also, like,
the early part
having
of the
much
game.
less of a personality.
There's that as well. It's the fact that he doesn't believe you when you come
right,
to him with the Persona
first-
stuff.
Right, and the first thing, it's a huge point, because the first thing that Sojiro says is, even when you're trying to help someone, you need to be careful. Like, at no point does he buy the official story that Joker assaulted someone. From day one, he believes him as like, yes, I know you were trying to save some poor woman's life, but you've seen where that got you.
Yeah.
Right?
But-
So it's like, such a big difference. Literally in the opening of the game,
Yeah.
he says that. At no point does he believe that you're actually a bad person or a criminal.
Sojiro is just like the ultimate dad bro.
Which, like, okay, let's be real. It makes a lot of sense because the implication is that Sans persona, Joker, is just Sojiro younger.
Yeah, he is basically young Sojiro. Also, nice.
I mean, there's a reason that like Age Swap AU works so well with Sojiro as the protagonist.
Jack, how far are you in?
I told you, I just passed the third palace. I am in between the third and fourth palaces right now.
Okay.
Kaneshiro has not done his life confession yet, but I am dicking around in mementos right now.
There were so many ways you could have finished the sentence dicking around in the context of Persona.
Oh, I am well aware. I chose to go with something relatively innocuous.
Oh yeah, who you banging?
I told you I'm going to try to. I'm torn between Takemiya and Makoto.
Okay, I personally vote Kemi, just in general.
Your principle, I can respect it.
But like, you gotta like not respect, but you gotta. It's kind of hilarious the double standards people have because people are always like, it's gross and creepy that Kawakami is a romance option. No one complains about the hot doctor lady.
I mean,
think
the
that
thing
is?
is, well, Kawakami has a lot more direct authority over you because you're her student. Even if it is slightly mitigated by the fact that you are hiring her to do a job as well. So I think that's supposed to make it balanced, but in the eyes of a lot of people, it doesn't make it balanced.
Like, even then, I feel like a lot of the things I've seen are not like on the authority level. It's more just like the level of older woman.
If it's just an older versus younger thing, then yeah, that's kind of dumb.
I mean, part of my issue is that there is the, somewhat of a double standard. Obviously, there is a lot there in context, but the double standard of can't remember this first boss's name. Okay, something.
No.
We don't Kamoshida.
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 Yeah, Kamoshida gets a fucking palace for having sex with students. Kawakami gets a romance.
Okay, but the thing is, consent is the difference is consent, and that's a big difference.
Kamoshida is a stereosexual predator.
Serial
we have
rapist. You
no
can call it
indication-
what it is.
Yeah, and we have no indication that Kawakami has done anything of the sort in the past.
Like, she specifically says she's not gonna do the sex stuff until he's legal.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that because I've never really done her social link because I find it gross.
Yeah, no, she imposes I'm pretty sure she imposes a jailbait weight on him, on Joker.
It's still weird, but okay, that does make it better.
No. Do you want me to posit my theory that, which
Like
it
this?
sounds very bad, but sadly people are just kind of awful this way?
Go for it.
Mister.
What do you want to bet that a lot of people are more anti the Kawakami route because she's a sex worker?
Because she's a what now?
Sex worker.
Sex worker.
Oh, I would not be surprised in the slightest.
Hmm.
We get no indication that she actually, is an outright prostitute, but she's still in the sex worker industry, which is like very, very stigmatized, regardless.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure like the specific industry she works in is at the very least, even if there's like if it's not hardcore, it's still softcore sex work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, it's. I think it's on a similar level to strip club work, rather.
No, I think even like touching is involved.
Just as an aside, thanks Atlas for giving us no options to express that it's okay that you might not be interested in girls at all.
Look, it's like, you know what? We need to look into this at
Saying
some
that
point.
girls
Did they
are
just,
not
like,
all stupid is still important to say.
Did they just like they fire the original writing team?
Huh?
I'm very curious about this actually. It's like I've gone on record in saying this. I'm sure you remember. Literally, the only option was A in Persona 2.
Yeah, I don't know
So, like,
what the deal is
Only
there.
romance options were gay in Persona 2. Both at ends. So it's kind of just like, what went wrong? Well, I know what went wrong. Money. But like, did they just fire the entire writing team, or like, did they? Is there a purge of some sort?
No fucking clue. I wish I could tell you.
Yeah.
Can you tutor me?
Oh no.
Please come back.
Fuzzy? No.
Tutor is a very, very common setting.
Oh, I'm well aware. I will not elaborate.
It's like first or second year middle school, though. And it's Atlas,
Okay.
so...
Yeah, no, you should remember that Atlas, that doesn't necessarily matter.
Well, speaking of... Well, not speaking of. Different thing entirely. Hey, Fuzzy. Take a look at the stream chat real quick and just scroll up a little bit from the bottom. And you'll see a pretty interesting dating sim idea that is now a game on Steam.
I'm almost scared to ask. Oh, yeah, no, I saw that.
Like I said, it's actually kind of rad.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because, like, I think this just reiterates my point of horniness is probably one of the single strongest powers to exist in, like, the history of the human species.
It is one of the biggest drivers of innovation, because, like, every single time a new form of media gets created, one of the first things to establish itself in that medium is pornography, or something similar.
There was literally fully 3D modeled Overwatch porn within minutes of the first trailer.
Holy shit!
Minutes!
The power of porny is stronger, I guess.
Though, actually, I can actually kind of predict how that might work. Probably people had a bunch of, like, models already ready, and they just matched the body type to the models they already had pre-built, and then just kind of put a texture on top of that. Still a lot of work.
Aw, look at Kanji being a sweet lad. But yeah, I do love the...
Go ahead.
I do love the variety of of more niche dating sims that have been coming out lately. Even some of them are really fucking weird. Like, there's a fucking Cthulhu dating sim. I shit you not.
Okay, that's really not that weird. There was an entire anime series that was just that.
No. You have to see this.
I've seen it, Jack. If it's a weird ass dating sim on Steam, the assumption should be that I've seen it. Believe me.
Okay, fair.
You know what I'm about.
But have you seen the Hitler dating sim?
Sadly, yes.
I hate that it exists.
You know
Also, Mill, this might interest you.
Yeah.
There is a summer camp yaoi dating sim.
I believe Mill has played that.
Is it called... What's it called?
Camp Buddy.
Yeah, already got it.
Yeah, he's
Got it and played it.
I've already shared pictures.
Yeah, no, I've got that and played that. Do not worry.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yep, no, it's great. I love it.
I was gonna say, I saw that and I immediately thought, Bill probably would love this.
No, I've far too deep down that rabbit hole. Far too deep down that rabbit hole.
Me and Mill actually talked at length about that.
So I take it you've already played Dream Daddy several times, then.
I haven't actually played Dream Daddy, no.
No, because so
Really?
here's the thing. Daddies are not really. They're much more niche than you'd think.
Huh.
I feel like they're in a very weird place.
Later.
They're not nearly as ubiquitous as MILFs, is what I'm trying to say.
So there is a very great disparity between DILFs and MILFs. Gotcha.
Yes. Especially in terms of popularity. But, like, even in, like, terms of, aesthetic, things like that.
I mean, there's not as much of a consistent DILF aesthetic compared to DILF aesthetic.
Yes. Also, I would like to go on the record saying that this stream, for once, the sex talk was not initiated by me.
Okay, fair. That is on me this time. I will take the blame and/or credit for that.
Yes, no, it's credit. It's never blame. But yeah,
Why not
it's
both?
yeah, it's like I'm always of the opinion that not talking about sex isn't going to make it not exist. Not talking about the weird shit on the internet is not going to make it go away.
Yeah, no. And trying to make it banned will only just make it harder to snuff
Yo.
out. Cough, cough, hint, hint. Some people.
In general, like, it's the forbidden fruit principle. Like, the more you try and
yeah.
take it away, the more people are
Absolutely.
gonna.
Oh, so, remember how that one graphic novel, Mouse, got banned in that one school district? Sales for that book spiked to the point where it took me 3 tries to find it at a local bookstore.
Ah, yes, Mouse, the novel about the Holocaust that was banned because anti-Semitism, I'm guessing?
Because, no, they wanted to be censorship dickheads. I don't know the reasoning. It was
I have
stupid.
to imagine anti-Semitism played a part.
I
It's
would not be
literally
remotely surprised.
Literally a comic about the Holocaust.
Yeah.
It's like banning Schindler's List, right? Like if you ban very hard to say that for some reason. Schindler's List. If you ban that, basically because you're some form of bait.
Yeah. I mean, book banning is one of the early signs of a slide into fascism. So yeah.
Wait, so you're saying that the American South has fascist tendencies? What?
I know. I'm just as shocked as you are. Believe me.
I'm shocked. Shocked.
You're
Not
like that fry gif.
Yes, I was directly referencing it. Yes.
Oh my god, the fog is spread. It's even in that sunny corner of the area.
You know, it's funny. Y'all think there's a how different is playing before these story bits in the context of after 2020.
Oh boy.
It definitely didn't intend the parallels, but they're there.
Uh-huh.
Also, I watched the Kurzgesagt video on rabies today, and it's freaking terrifying.
Oh no, rabies is terrifying.
Like,
Wait, what now?
rabies, and how terrifying it is.
Oh yeah, rabies are horrifying.
Like, it's like some sort of miracle that I'm pretty sure we would have just died of like, the human civilization would have just ended of rabies at some point if we hadn't managed to develop the vaccine so quickly. Once population density reaches a certain point, a transmissible disease like rabies becomes so much more dangerous.
2 words: zombie outbreak.
Exactly, rabies is. Oh, I also saw something in the comment section of that video of how rabies is probably where a lot of monster myths like vampires and werewolves started.
Would not be surprising.
Like, there's also. It's really weird that rabies makes you hydrophobic. What is up with that? We apparently just still have no idea how rabies works.
Well, we know how the vaccine works at least, so that's a good thing.
Yes, which is something of a if you think about it, imagine if we didn't know how the vaccine worked.
It'd be so bad.
Okay,
I see.
Jack, how did you feel about the? Did your university also have a course on research ethics? Or like during your research course, did you also?
I believe so. I believe it was one of the base psychology courses.
Yeah, one of the base psychology courses.
Yeah, we learned about that one the Stanford prison experiment.
We learned
that
there's
was
a lot
part of our course on it. That was part of our course on the ethics
did a lot.
of
We did
psychological research.
Yeah, we did the Stanford Prison experiment. We did like MK Ultra. We did a lot of like those. But basically,
Stanford Prison experiment was the one that kicked off the course, though.
yes,
Or kicked off that section of the course, anyways.
Yeah, that's what because that's the most effective example, honestly.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. How do you feel about this idea that scientific discovery and ethics probably have a adversarial relationship.
I don't think it's adversarial so much as it is symbiotic.
Just to interrupt, we just walked into a father's hospital room.
Oh God!
Okay.
Why would we do that?
Okay. I don't know, but I have to step out for a second because I have to take care of something real quick. I'll be right back.
Dad?
Oh no!
Also, there's no way that he has a model beyond his head under there.
Definitely not. Miss, I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid your father is just ahead.
Maybe he should quit while he is.
So about assisted suicide, I'm not gonna get into that conversation on
Yeah,
stream.
that's a whole thing.
No, we're not gonna talk about that. Unless... no. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to inject some levity into this.
Yeah, there's so much to really be done, is there?
Oh God. Oh God. Why are the only voiced lines the pained dad and mom?
Dad!
Oh no.
Well, he dead.
Oh, that's just...
He dead.
Dad!
No, dead.
Dead dad. Dad dead.
Oh God.
Hey, hey Yumi, sorta saw your dad die. How you feeling? Sorta just walked in and saw your dad die.
Oh no, no, no. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, kinda got that from the flatline and the, dog saying...
And the sobbing.
Sobbing and dog saying time of death and all that jazz.
Well, this is going to leave an emotional scar for the rest of her life.
Thank you.
How much,
Stay by my side.
how much worse do you think this would be if you'd chosen to bang her?
Don't get to choose the romancer yet. It's only rank 10.
No, well, theoretically you could have gotten her to rank 10 much earlier.
Well,
Oh, right.
this would have happened. This would have happened regardless. Regardless of what day it was.
I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Yeah.
Like
Okay,
she doesn't just die on this particular day.
No. I forgot how social links work.
Frankly, me taking so long to do the social link gave her so much more time with her dad that she just didn't use.
That's worse, Bill. In a lot of ways. That is so much worse.
I prolonged his suffering to see if you would do it on your own, but no, we had to be there to see him die. Hi, Yumi.
Like, I hate empathy sometimes. And it's great that empathy exists, but sometimes I wish I could just turn it off.
Yeah.
I have returned. What did I miss?
Yumi's dad
We're
died.
talking about the...
Oh,
While we were in the room, he died.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh,
We didn't
that's
even get
real
invited.
rough.
We didn't even get invited in. We just walked in.
Oh, that's not
The
ideal.
implication of that is that they didn't know that he was gonna die at this point.
Yeah.
Because normally, if they knew for sure, then they would not let non-family members in. So the implication is that he kind of just died out of the blue.
To be fair, I don't think they knew we were there necessarily. I think we were sort of hidden around the corner and we're just, spying.
Weird.
That's both creepy and not at all surprising.
Anyways, back to the conversation on ethics and science. I feel so. What I think is the symbiosis there is that ethics keeps science in check while also leading to more creativity with experiments because being forced to work within limitations means that scientists
That is
have to get more
true.
creative with
That
how
is
they
true.
work.
Creativity is absolutely one of the major benefits of
I want
ethics and limits. But there's also the argument that, like,
night,
a
Senpai.
lot of things that we don't know are things that are knowable but require experimentation that leaves the bounds of morality and ethics.
Like testing the limits of the human's body.
Not necessarily
tolerance
human body.
temperature.
Like, just for example, we were talking about rabies, so I'll use that as an example. You don't know how rabies works because we don't have a big enough sample size of viewing, like, looking through the sort of progression of the disease. So, in theory, we'd have a much better idea of rabies, of how rabies works, if we just infected a bunch of people with rabies and then monitored them.
Yeah,
till
but
their
that'd be
death.
horrifically.
Horrifically,
Yeah.
yes, incredibly. I am not advocating. This is an incredibly devil's advocate.
I would also
Powers
say
here.
that the issue is that either the person gets it taken care of before the disease really takes hold, or they wait too long, and by the time that they do actually come to the hospital, it's far too
that's
late.
That's why there's so little knowledge of a lot of these mechanics, is because of that exact reason. What I'm saying is, one of the potential studies that could not so much alleviate as, like, sort of help with that is the idea that you just take a bunch of people, say, like, death row inmates, for example, and then infect them with rabies, and then observe the progression of the disease from infection until death.
Unfortunately,
Extremely
that
detailed tests. I'm
the
not saying
closest
I
thing we
would agree
have
with
to
that.
studies of that kind are come from a certain obscure German man named Josef Mengele, and
Yeah, no, I'm
he's
not
considered a
saying
monster for good reason.
yes, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I am saying that in theory, that is something that can lead to a great deal of questions being answered.
Yes.
I mean, the
I'm not
issue.
saying do it.
I
I'm
mean,
saying if you did do it, you'd probably find a lot of information that we don't have.
the issue is that a lot of the time, the ones willing to do this, like Mengele, are coming at it from a biased point of view, so they don't even find that much
Yes,
out anyway.
exactly.
Yeah.
I see.
I mean, some of them, let's be real, some of them were just doing it to get their rocks off.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Mengele
would not be
probably
surprised
included.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I remember that reading that there was this whole ethical hullabaloo about whether or not using research like Mengele's was
sorry.
ethical. But
It's definitely not ethical, but I think the question is, was
like,
it
using the results of
using
that
the results
research.
of his research? Oh, yeah. That's a very interesting ethical debate that we have not had in any of my courses, and I'm kind of glad we didn't, because
It is a
Oh,
fucking
God.
minefield.
right?
Sorry, just
Like-
to interrupt. She's saying that there's nobody to call her name with love. Did her mum also die?
Well, no.
Maybe her mom is just neglectful.
Yeah, no. It's not.
I
that
didn't
her
get-
mom
I didn't
died.
get
Her mom
that
just
impression.
Doesn't love her.
I didn't get that impression from her mom, though.
Well,
And her
okay,
relationship
maybe
with
she
her
gets the impression.
I don't know.
Like, sometimes parents try their best, but they just don't get their.
When you
Mind
try your
across.
best but you don't succeed. When you get what you want but not what you need.
Hold on a second. You might actually start a romance with her if you get this wrong.
Nope, I won't. It's not until rank 10.
Oh, okay. So are you gonna gently call her name, or
Nope, we're just gonna go for the safe route on this one. I don't want to lead her on.
Yeah, don't lead her on.
Well, that was a bad choice.
Oh no. Here's the thing. I've always found difficult to reconcile with Persona games. Is there a Persona game where at least the romance options, and even a lot of the non-romance options, just do fall in love with you over the course of the social link? Like, I find that seems to be most of the case. Like, every single romance option in Persona 5, it's implied that they do fall in love with you, regardless of whether you choose the romance route or not.
Hmm.
I think it's only some of them, because I know that
It's basically all of them.
well, what I'm saying is some of them are guaranteed to be in love with you no matter what, even if you have already.
No, that's what I'm saying. All of them are guaranteed to be in love with. Oh, what do you mean by that? Like the romance is
even if
guaranteed?
regardless if you start their social link or not, they are already in love with you.
No. I mean like, okay. Move on.
Well,
Like,
put it this
Rise,
way.
for instance,
Yeah,
has
Rise.
a crush on you no matter what.
When we turn down Rise, that's gonna be awkward as shit. It was awkward as shit when we had to turn down Yukiko.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's always awkward. It's regardless.
Oh,
Okay, some
see you
characters
later.
are like wanna get it all up in that silent protagonist grill, regardless of whether you social link them or not. But in every romanceable character's social link, they do wanna bang, regardless
Not
of whether
surprising.
you choose the romance route or the platonic route.
That's not surprising. As you've said, this series is half dating sim.
Half? Only half? Really?
Okay, well, it's not just the dating sim that's the 9 battle portions. It's also a social sim in those.
Yes. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Naoto, how you doing?
Hello, my name is Negan Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Naoto would absolutely be that guy.
Yes, I'm aware of the time limit. I'm waiting for it to run out. I'm not, losing the opportunity for these days. We are basically at him. All we have to do is beat him. We can do that on the 22nd, okay?
You know what's wild to me?
Hmm?
Canonically, every SMT game, or every Atlas game, is in the same universe. Which means the dystopic hellscape of Digital Devil Saga canonically exists in the same universe as Persona. Which is frightening to think about.
You know what's fun?
Yeah.
Well, so I did see a cameo from Rise on a poster in the subway station in Persona 5.
Do be idling, though.
Yep.
Fuck you,
I mean,
Yosuke.
there's references to Naoto as well.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Because Akechi is called, like, the second Detective Prince.
Yes. I'm still like, I get it, it's an anime thing. Why are you letting high school students solve crime?
Why not?
You've seen the fucking police in both of these games. Would you trust them to solve crime?
Oh, we've come across another reason why Sojiro is better.
He's not a cop.
Why?
He's not a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, he's like extremely anti-cop.
Understandable, given Actually, no, I don't really know much about his circumstances, but I get the feeling that there's something else that makes him like
It's just like you can tell he's like a hipster dad who runs a cafe.
Yeah, there's something up that means he hates cops, and it's understandable.
I mean, the hat alone. A very
that
nice
is
hat.
a well-ass hat.
Good. There is an Emperor one. Let me just...
Okay.
Register.
How y'all feel about Igor? Just like in general.
Oh, he's creepy as
Igor's
shit, but
pretty
I
neat.
like him.
I do find his Persona 5 voice pretty creepy, but it is also
It's
pretty cool.
incredibly cool, though.
Yeah.
Right?
It's also very deep. Like, my
so
goodness.
much. Yeah, no, it's so much. Okay, I will say Igor's voice so much better in the Japanese. In Persona 5.
I mean, you can say that all you like, but I'm not going to change the dub I'm using.
Why? Why would you not just like do it subbed instead of dubbed?
Because the dub's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, but that requires you to like listen to. Okay. Why do even the dubs of games speak in the odd tone? 'Cause I know that anime dubs have to speak in that odd cadence because of what's his face?
Lip flaps, yes.
Lip flaps. Why do they do that in games as well? And they don't have to
Well,
worry about lip flaps.
Not all of them do that. And with Persona, for some reason, apparently the Japanese original strip the Japanese director's strip told them to pronounce some of the names weird in Persona 5. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm kind of just like it just doesn't sound right to me. Like it's sort of like the dub of Nier Automata is pretty solid. So to give you an example of another Japanese game, because they talk like people speaking in English. They don't talk like people speaking in Google Translate English. Like it's not about the words they say; it's about the cadence. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
It's like English has a cadence that is very different from Japanese, and it just weirds me out when people use like a Japanese cadence when speaking English. I don't even know if cadence is the right word, but you know what I mean.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stack my fucking Persona list with ones that'll help out in the social links I'm trying to finish.
So see if you can like make Yoshi. We'll probably make.
I honestly don't think I can, dude. I genuinely think it's too early. I'm only 79, and if I recall correctly, Yoshitsune is like 87. I mean,
Jesus.
I'll check the calculator, but I'm fairly
Pretty sure you can probably at this point in the game rush a few. Like you have enough probably to like make all of the necessary ones. The immediate future. I don't know. It's like worst case scenario. If you want, you can just like send me your save file and I can do some.
Oh no, Yoshitsune is
wizardry.
75. I'll make him at some point. Then I'm not gonna do it now, but I will at some point.
Because he's just kind of busted. He's like got a lot of good resistances, and you can give him more. But the most important thing is if you stack physical skills, he just does a lot of damage.
So let me think. I think it's tower that I would need to get for the other ones I've got. Yeah.
So I know some of these personas are named after mythical figures and
They're basically all
folklore.
named after figures.
All of them? Because I'm
Basically
pretty
all
sure Yoshitsune, I'm pretty sure, is named after a historical figure
Semi-mythology.
from like the 1000s, 1100s.
Yeah.
Yes, but like in those, it's like how Guan Yu has been deified, right?
Hmm.
Guan Yu was theoretically someone who did exist, but like he's been deified.
Like,
Like, a lot of the guys from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
Yeah, I know a lot of folks, a lot of Japanese figures like what's her name? I'm trying to remember. Himiko, and other figures like Sakata Kintoki are more or less mythical figures. Whereas
It's like Ishikawa Goemon as well, right?
Yeah.
as an
Well,
example.
Ishikawa Goemon, I believe, is at least somewhat historical. It's just been
No, he's a dude that
Ver-
existed, but he's like
very mythologized.
Maybe existed. There's like two. There's two, as far as I know, there are only two historical sources that mention him, and I have not been able to read either of them. Because one of them was by a Spanish missionary and is written in Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish. And the other was a biography for Tokugawa, I think, or maybe the what was the other one? The one between Nobunaga and Tokugawa. I can't remember his name.
you're the historian, Mel. We don't.
Hideyoshi.
Ieyasu, right?
No, that's Tokugawa.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah,
His-
Hideyoshi.
His first name is Hideyoshi. I can't remember what his actual second name is, but yeah. It was one of their biographies, which is in Japanese, which I also can't read. So I was never.
I know that Minamoto no Yoshitsune was a real person because he is fairly documented in the
Yeah,
Keika
but like just
story.
because he's documented doesn't mean he was necessarily a real person. Like,
Well, I'm pretty sure he was a real person who's just been heavily mythologized.
yes, yeah, that's the thing. Is like how much of the documentation is actually fact is
Well,
a matter of great debate.
he existed is fairly a reasonable assumption.
Yeah,
What
basically it's
he was and what his feats were are a bit less so.
basically a more accurate thing would rather than mythology, folklore is probably a more accurate
Yes, folklore.
word for it.
I would say his supposed ancestor Minamoto no Raiko is probably a lot more folkloric than Yoshitsune is. I could be wrong. I don't know.
It's like theoretically there was some sort of Koga ninja village. I think one of those ninja myths was definitely a thing that in theory did exist, but in practice is like, well, technically, but also yes, but also no.
Yes, but actually no.
Yeah, as I said, I was never able to really confirm whether Goemon actually existed or not.
I mean, it's the same with Robin Hood, right?
Yeah.
Robin Hood is believed to possibly have existed, but there's no real documentation of him actually being alive that we know of. At least not that I can think of. I don't think there's any primary documents proving he exists.
Not sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's a lot of that going around.
Yeah, everything from basically like pre-1500 throughout most of the world, except for a couple places like the Mediterranean area and China and India.
So even in
Basically
China, actually in China and India, there's like a lot of mythologization.
Yes, but those are the only places that have extensive documentation from before 1000 AD.
Yeah, because literacy.
Yeah. So like the Fertile Crescent,
Something-
Mediterranean, India, China are basically the only places that have extensive documentation from before 1000. Everything else is a bit more suspect.
Well, the Fertile Crescent
Even-
has like we still have documentation of some dude from 4,000 years ago who was skimming off the top of the king's reserves.
Yeah, because
Which is
pretty sure-
wild. We literally
I'm-
have evidence of embezzlement from like 4000 BC.
yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a reason that the oldest known epic poem comes from Mesopotamia, because I believe that's the first place that we have known writing from.
Good old Gillian and actually Enki was an actual guy. I think
Yeah.
about it. Can't really
Yeah,
short
Enki-
Enki to.
Yeah.
Enki and Enlil were guys. Yeah, they were people who actually existed. So it's you can't really.
Yep.
You know
Sorry,
what I'm
dude.
trying to say.
About this.
Be careful talking about Gilgamesh, though. He might call you a mongrel.
So, like, I think one of the... I have a lot of problems with Fate.
Yeah, no, understandable.
Mythologically speaking. One of the biggest problems I have with Fate is why did they not just let Gilgamesh and Enkidu be banging?
I mean, there's a lot of subtext there, you have to admit.
In Fate or, like, mythology? Because
In
obviously,
Fate.
yes, in the mythology. And really, in
In
Fate.
Fate, honestly. Like, so I know you
I thought
probably haven't
Enkidu was
let
kind of,
Fate
like,
go
not really
because,
relevant much in Fate.
He is relevant in two different Fate stories. Fate Grand Order and Fate Strange Fate. He's not
Thank
super relevant in Zero, outside being from Gilgamesh's backstory. But he is very relevant in Strange Fate, and he plays a big part in one of the storylines in Grand Order.
The other
come back
major
again.
problem I have with Fate is making one of history's greatest ace icons into...
Oh, which one?
Artemis.
Oh, yeah, no. I fucking hate that. I do not like what they did with Artemis at all.
Yeah, like one of the earliest ace representation in history. Oh, well, we're gonna make her super horny for some dude now.
Yeah, I really do not like
They didn't even make her a
characterization.
lesbian, which is one of the other interpretations of Artemis, which I think is probably valid.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, I do not like the Fate interpretation of Artemis. I don't think a lot of people do.
I don't care about interpretations being accurate necessarily, but after a certain, like, to a degree. But I don't mind that Emperor Nero is now Petaru waifu girl. But, like, character traits, while exaggerated, are somewhat consistent with the historical accounts of people like Nero.
Yeah, Nero was very much whatchamacallit, someone very overconfident in their own talents, like Fate Nero is. Which
Also-
is a carryover trait.
Possibly not, like, cis? This is an
Nero
entire
was at
thing.
the very least. I know about the cis part, but about the
Oh,
gender
definitely
stuff. But
very gay. But, like,
oh yeah, Nero was 100% like either bi or pan.
there was
Like-
definitely some element of
Heck, maybe our shop
possible
should be something like
gender
this. How about
stuff.
a gunmo kebab?
Dysphoria, yeah, that would make sense. Would not be surprising. It would be hilarious if Fate was accidentally accurate to history in that regard.
if accurate to Nero's actual
You know,
gender
Carnaby,
identity,
right?
that would be funny.
They're
but
filming
also
nearby,
sad.
right? Oh, I know.
Yeah. I mean, Nero was one of
I don't have
history's
anything to do with
monsters,
them anymore.
unfortunately.
You know what's funny?
How many are
There's a
coming?
lot of
Got
debate as to
They can
how
stay at the
just
Umami
how much
Inn.
of that was
All right,
propaganda and how much
I
of
need to go
that
tell
was
that
stuff he
manager
actually
guy I was
did.
just talking to.
You know what? You know what? You're right. Caligula was much more of.
Caligula
a
was
historical
just
monster.
everyone agrees he was a monster. No.
Yeah.
Caligula was a monster.
Caligula
Nero,
was much worse than Nero.
Nero-san.
Nero was much more
I'm
ambitious.
down here scouting film
was also
locations.
possibly
I
banging
wanted to
his
hear your
mom.
answer one more time, face to face.
Possibly.
Are you sure you're not coming back?
I'm not going back.
I see.
I do know one thing about
Okay.
Nero,
I understand.
that historically speaking,
I
historians
signed up.
agree,
Remember how we were talking?
what is probably the case is he didn't start
I
the
have every
fire.
confidence she'll be just as popular.
Oh no, he just did
I
nothing
see.
about it.
Although,
I don't know if there was much.
Girl.
Wasn't the
We have
fire
to
like
polish her so she sells?
burned itself out in like an hour?
I don't know. I don't know the details about the fire. All I know is that this very
But
famous
you
story
have that
about
spark.
Nero doing nothing
You
while
learn
Rome burned.
fast,
Or rather,
adapted
playing
well
his
to
lyre
new
while
situ-
Rome burned.
And those acting skills of yours.
I think the interesting
You
thing,
could have reached
I think
heights
one,
most-
one of the
That's
possible, not years, but I
So,
remember reading
just-
one of the things is he might
Goodbye.
not have even been in Rome at the time.
Stay healthy, okay?
See, this is what I was talking about with regards to historical documentation.
What the
Rome?
heck?
Rome may have been one of the civilizations that had a lot of documentation, but
Heck?
not all of it was accurate.
Also,
Uh-oh.
wasn't built in a day.
Why
I've been
Mhm.
told.
am I crying?
Oh, I think this
There's
is the
no
point
reason
now.
to cry.
Yes, it is.
There's
Don't
nothing
worry.
to be
I'm well
sad
aware.
about. Nothing. Senpai, I don't know why I'm crying.
I don't like that she calls you senpai in
But we are her senpai.
tears. Yeah, but like, you know that word has connotations now. It's like
I mean,
language
that's
changes
from
over
our
time.
perspective, though.
I lost everything. I don't know how, but
It's still
I lost
pretty,
everything.
from what I can tell, it's still pretty
I'm
consistently
scared.
used in a more innocent sense
I'm
in Japan.
sad.
In Japan, yes, but outside of Japan, we're not Japanese people.
Yeah.
Senpai, please.
And for non-Japanese
Stay here.
people, that word has
My side.
connotations.
Senpai.
Like the Notice Me Senpai meme.
Jack, you and I both know you're not innocent enough to think that's the only connotation it has.
Oh, I know. I am
Senpai,
playing
I have
dumb.
you. I have the others.
So there's no reason to say that
There are
This many
people who
times. It's
need
like-
me, right?
whole localization versus translation issue, huh?
Again,
Mhm.
part of the issue is that the protagonist doesn't have a fucking name.
Or rather, the protagonist's
is-
name is very customizable.
Yeah, and unlike in 5, they don't have an easy out where, like, team members can call you Joker.
Oh yeah, the code name really did help with that in hindsight.
Yeah.
Yep.
And even then, I think 5 does actually use your, like, the name you enter in a lot more. As I found out to my to my regret when the first on my OG run of P5 I named my character Darren Black. Oh boy. I did not think that one
Oh
through.
yeah!
I didn't think that one through.
Oh no no
Oh
no
no!
no! It's a good thing you
Oh,
weren't
boy.
streaming that.
Didn't think that one through at all.
Oh, it's
Oh,
a
boy.
really good thing you weren't streaming that.
Thought better of it in the Royale run and gave him the last name Shiota because, you know, I love Nagisa.
I always forget Nagisa's last name.
Shiota.
Yes, Nagisa the Shota. Yes, I know. That's his name.
I need time
Is
to think
Nagisa
it
a
all
Shota?
over.
He's a Shota,
I
right?
don't want to lose anything more.
He's more of a twink.
Goodbye, Senpai.
He is very twinkish, yes.
I feel that this is a matter of scholarly debate. Where is the line?
So it's a sliding scale for going from a twink
Yeah.
to hunk.
No,
Twinks
no,
are
no,
in the
no,
middle.
no. I'm not talking about twinks and hunks. I'm talking about twinks to Shotas.
Okay, so twinks are recognizably teenagers or adults. They aren't.
You know what I mean. There's okay, yes, fair.
They're
No, I'm-
recognizably. They're recognizably
don't
older than
know.
Shotas.
I don't know. I feel like classifying the Shotas as just the children is like not how it's used generally.
No, it's not that they are children. It's that they look
No,
young
that's what I
and or
mean.
childish.
I feel that I feel like teens is something that is often falls under the shell. Like people who look like teens often falls under that label.
Hmm.
I mean, I think you can still be a Shota and an adult, but like
No, it's the same. It's a I swear, officer. It's a 3,000-year-old vampire. It's that principle.
I mean, I just straight up dropped this show this season because one of the characters, despite looking like a high schooler, looks 12 and he's being hit on by a 3,000-year-old succubus.
Yeah. What show is that, by the way? Just so I can avoid it.
Vermile and Gold.
Vermeil and Gold, yeah.
Oh god, I
Look, there were
forgot
other elements of that show that also made it uncomfortable for me, but that was also kind of just
it's
a deal
better
breaker.
than it's probably definitely better than Dance in the Vampire Bund.
Oh, I saw an episode of that long ago. I did not watch any more of it.
That was like basically before Shaft was popular, and as a result, they kind of went all in on that, and they really shouldn't have. They toned it down a lot in the Monogatari series. To the point that there's like literally no actual nudity in the Monogatari series, even though the Monogatari series is like very problematic in a lot of ways that people don't really talk about.
We don't need to go into detail about why it's problematic. I'm sure people can figure it out. Toothbrush.
That's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the 500-year-old vampire.
Oh, I already knew that. I was taking the toothbrush because it was fun.
Yeah, no, okay. The thing about the toothbrush, right, is it's interesting to me because that's not even the weirdest scene in that show.
I am not remotely surprised.
And it's the most popular. It's also like it did a really bad thing. Is not like from a weirdness or problematic standpoint. It did one of the worst. You know what it did? It did a late game love triangle.
Oh boy.
In that, for about 70 to 80% of the series, the male, like the dude and the girl, were in a loving, committed, exclusive relationship. And then in like in the very last volume of pre-time skip, there were only a couple of volumes after the time skip. Basically, they introduced a love triangle. Why would you do that late in the game?
I have no
My
fucking
question.
clue.
Oh yeah, I've just remembered. Fuzzy. Do you remember back when we were doing our FMK, we killed O Maidens, like on episode 11.
Due to the lack of consequences faced by the pedophile, yes.
Do you remember why we didn't kill it on episode 10? Which was
Which episode?
Which was where like Hongo and Milo Sensei were in the love hotel together.
Because at the very least, Milo Sensei was actively like, no, not do this. I wasn't like
He saw a line to draw at that point, and he drew it hard.
no. If you like go back and look at it, the entire driving force of that, like the entire time Milo Sensei was trying to get out. Like, not just in episode 10, like, kind of like from day one.
He wasn't trying that hard. He was being.
Wasn't trying that hard, but also because I think he wasn't really taking Hongo that seriously.
Yeah, that was the point. He was being a condescending dick about it instead of shutting it down instantly.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Because,
and that's
like,
how it got as far as it did.
he's not sympathetic in any way. I'm not sympathizing with him at all.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to say is, like, definitely that dude had problems, but
Absolutely not a pedophile. We can
yes,
we can put a line under that.
yes. They actually like made a point of him specifically not getting an erection at any
Yes.
point during that, even when she was fondling him,
Yes.
because you know he's not a pedophile.
Mm-hmm.
Shame the
Which
other
is
dude
why-
wasn't.
Also, I believe there was something else that we really wanted to kill.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't. I was
wasn't?
checking through the summaries. By that
Everything
point, there
else
wasn't
had been
anything
killed
else.
by that point.
Yeah,
Everything else that we want killed died by that point.
we didn't kill anything that week.
Oh, fair enough then. Yeah,
So it might have
yeah,
been.
I think
it might have been you who saved it.
why?
Wow.
Because
I
I'm pretty
just-
sure Bill voted to kill it.
I just feel like I would have still voted to kill it.
I mean, you can check the VODs, I'm sure, but
No,
like,
the VODs aren't available anymore.
fair enough.
Yeah.
No, but like, I'm pretty sure I voted to kill it from like episode 6. So, you remember, I am the knife guy. I was the nicest
Yeah,
guy.
that's why I was surprised that it lasted past episode 10. It was like, pretty sure Fuzzy would have voted to kill it. I'm pretty sure, I'm almost certain I would have voted to kill it after episode 10. So how did it make it to episode 11?
I don't know.
Like, that was what surprised me. It was like, I just don't understand how it would have made it past there with
like,
both of us.
Here's the thing. I don't think... Did Jack vote to keep it?
I assume he did.
Yeah.
I assume Jack did, yeah.
It was my
Jack-
lock, okay? I was
Look.
attached.
I was the most trigger happy, and Jack was the least trigger happy in our run. FMK,
Yep.
I think we can all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all know that I am a very harsh critic, and even more so on things I actually like.
Mm.
Like, I don't criticize shows
I think I remember. I think episode 10 also ended with the teacher getting taken hostage by the girls.
No, that was 11. That was 11.
Oh, okay, that was 11.
Yeah, no, that was definitely 11.
No, I just still can't get past the fact that the pedophile dude, is probably still actively working with children.
Yeah.
For the events of the
Yeah,
series.
no,
Yeah.
did not get enough comeuppance there. Did not
Yeah,
get enough
I
you
comeuppance.
got
really
zero
wish he had.
comeuppance. You got punched in the face, and that's it. You got a light nosebleed. That's it. That
Yeah.
is not.
No, it wasn't good enough. Was not
It's
good
not
enough.
even a matter of comeuppance at that point. It's just like. That point, it's kind of like. You need to get that person away from children
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're not doing that is a problem. Like, societally speaking.
Mhm. I think part of the issue is that it's just Japan's standards around this kind of thing, as they don't really have. I don't know if
Protections
it's
in
that
place?
case. What?
Protections in place for children?
No.
It's like.
Oh, Maidens was just a
Yeah.
frustrating series overall.
I can
Yeah.
understand that.
Yo!
Like, it had 2 good resolutions. Every other character had, at best, a bittersweet resolution, and at worst, an actively, awful resolution.
I feel like of the main 5, Kazusa and Sonozaki had the best resolution. Yeah.
Main girl and President girl, yes.
Momoko just kind of got shafted.
Poor Momo.
Oh, well, of course, she was gay. So, of course she got shafted, because Japan has a history. We all know this.
At least she didn't outright get killed off like some other shows do with their gay characters. It's
Don't
just like
think-
the
well, no.
bittersweetness of dealing with an
No.
unrequited crush.
I feel like she might have gotten killed off if it was a show where people could actually die. I have
I don't
long
know.
past the point of having the level of faith in humanity required to not assume that the character would bury your gaze. The author.
Hmm.
Isn't the author someone super famous?
Mario Kada.
Yeah, Mario Kada. That. I've never
She
liked
actually
Mario
has
Kada's
a
work.
lot of good. She has a lot of good work.
Yes, I objectively, it's quite good. I just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I mean, one of her directorial film debut made me cry multiple times. So,
Which one was that?
Makia.
Never watched that. In other news, how about that Jujutsu Kaisen?
Hell yeah.
Which Jujutsu Kaisen? The
Well,
anime, the
Y'all
movie,
are
or the
up to
manga?
date.
Yes.
Y'all are up to date on the manga, yes?
Yeah.
I wish a certain cockroach would die already.
Yeah, no. So I was like, I knew from the moment he was on the volume cover, that we
Thinking
weren't
about
done.
finding answers to the
Fortunately.
questions I had before.
I really see. This is the opposite problem of the deal with Nobara.
He and Mom are the ones who
Uh.
gave me life. Then
Oh, so I was
what
both
can I
right
do
and
for
wrong.
the people who gave me this life. I've been
I was
thinking
Oh.
about it all
wrong
this
in that
time.
I thought he would live. Didn't. But at the same time, I was right in that he lived. But he kind of didn't. It's like...
I'm not going to run from my own life anymore.
But we do have confirmation that Maki's mom did kill him.
Yep.
Straight up. So, you know.
Good.
That's nice. I'm glad she's scarred for life because of the awful, awful parenting she did.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no,
Honestly,
she's dead.
Maki... Oh, did she die?
Yeah, I'm fairly sure she did.
Her throat got cut.
I'm sorry. And thank you. Can you take this?
Yeah, so... God, I was not a fan. The Maki's entire arc in that sequence was pure catharsis.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I've realized
You
something.
gave me the opportunity to start walking.
You know what the bureaucracy and plan system in AJK strangely reminds me of?
What?
Ganja cultivation novels, oddly enough. Basically, every traditional
Hey, Max Rank.
Basically,
Sorry, go
every traditional cultivation novel basically features a bureaucracy and clan system like the one in JJK, but worse.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, because
Get another confession.
Oh god, it's like I'm sometimes tempted to just not take a lot of social links to max rank because it makes me feel bad.
Yeah, this especially. I'll turn around, so if you're going to reject me, just leave the room and I won't have to see you go. Like, oh man.
that is sad.
Oh boy.
Ah.
But I'm in a committed relationship.
By
No,
then.
there's actually very few consequences, I believe, for
I don't care. I don't care.
I know, but like it's just one of those interesting things. Like, I definitely the way they did it in P5 is better. Also,
Yeah,
hilarious.
where you get the shit beaten out of you from being in the baseball.
You think that there's gonna be a Persona game at some point that just allows a harem route?
No, because
Both
that would mean they'd have to accept that polyamory could exist, and they won't.
Yeah.
So okay, here's the thing: polyamory and misogyny are two different things. And I feel like the Japanese approach to harems, like not just the Japanese, but like the general fictional approach to harems, generally leans more towards misogyny than polyamory.
Mm.
Right? It's less polyamory, more Mormons.
Yeah, I can think of only a handful of fictional
Aw,
examples from like Japan that are actual polyamory that aren't like outright hentai.
Good night.
And even that is like
Even the hentai is kind of just like,
low bar, yeah.
Yeah. Fog making you
so
ill. Don't really
probably
care.
hentai. There's on average hentai probably addresses like some hentai probably addresses like gender, sexuality, and like issues like that in a much better and healthier way than many mainstream media sources do.
Yeah, because you can show the sex stuff too. And how that
Like
ties
just
into
like
it.
having, but the fact that they cater to those niches means that they can have like wholesome depictions of that type of relationship, like of LGBT plus relationship and like gender dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course there's the 4 billion NTR artists out there.
Ugh.
Why is the art so good for those dojins?
I've
hate that
actually
so much.
I've recently learned about a subgenre that it sickens me that it exists.
boy.
Which is that there is a subgenre of NTR where the first chapter is pure childhood friend levels of wholesome.
No.
And then they get you, like, they bait you that way, and then every subsequent chapter is, like, hardcore NTR.
Wow, that's just fucked up. That's just awful. Why would you do that?
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, those people are evil.
Yeah, it's just, that is just evil.
I have no other words. It's just awful.
Yeah, right? Like, it's just... Like, why? Why were you so... Why would you be so cruel?
Yeah, like... I can find no justification for that.
Okay, real talk. Do we know anyone who's actually into NTR?
Not personally, but I do. There are some people on one of the Discord servers I am on that are into it.
Do you ever, like, ask them who hurt them?
No, I do not. I do not want to know.
Though, again, I think for a lot of people, the fantasy is that they put themselves in the shoes of the person doing the NTRing. I think they would be that guy instead of the one being NTR'd, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people into being cucked. You know, we shouldn't kink shame them.
No, but, like...
Not kink shaming, but at the same
I
time,
think
like...
so we need to draw a line between, like, consensual cuckolding and, like, NTR. Like, NTR
Like,
is almost exclusively
NTR almost
non-consensual.
always has non-con and elements, yeah. Like, if it's not outright, just straight up.
Or even like in when it's not, like, when it's cheating as opposed to, you can't call it, like, the thing about people who are into that, like, the cuckolding fetish, is that you still have to discuss with your partner about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's a thing you have a conversation. It's like, it's how the person in power in a lot of the BDSM things is the sub, because they can just say the safe word. In a reasonable consensual environment, they just say the safe word. They need to peace out. So they have a lot of the power in that situation. So, like, it's the element of non-consent on either end
Yeah.
that is problematic.
Yeah.
Also, I must dog. Please excuse.
Okay.
Okay, tell an American joke is just... I don't understand.
No, neither do I. Didn't go for it, so... I'm only doing this because there are literally no other choices.
At least not for you today.
Not today, yeah. It's annoying.
Okay, so incidentally, I do have to go now. Like,
Alright, well, we're gonna be
good.
gonna be ending in, like, the next, probably, 5-10 minutes.
So it was nice to, like, be on a game stream after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, nice talking to you guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
Alright, see you, Fuzzy.
See you, Fuzzy.
Bye-bye.
And we're back to depressing.
Yep. Always are.
A lot of these social links are depressing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm annoyed because I could have finished Kanji and Risei before the time limit, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna get that opportunity.
You're very close. I think you're at rank 8 with both of them,
I
right?
think I'm at rank 8 for both of them, yeah. Nah, it might be rank 9 for Risei. I'm not sure.
I'll see you again.
You can double check.
Yeah.
When's the limit?
22nd. So we've only got one more day, basically.
Yeah, maybe save it right now then.
No, we'll get to the 22nd, and we'll...
Or rather, the night before the 22nd.
Not even then, we'll get to the 22nd, we'll go in and save.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Kanchi rank 7,
And-
Risei rank 8, which is annoying.
Hmm.
But I think...
Try to get both of them done tomorrow.
No, we won't be able to get both of them done tomorrow.
Well, not done, but get another rank up on each of them.
I won't be able to get a rank up on each of them again tomorrow, because they're both in the day.
So you have to pick one.
Yeah. Apparently, I will get some time to do social link stuff after finishing Adachi, but we'll see.
Yeah, because you're pretty close to rank 10 on a lot of these.
Not on a lot of them, but
On several of them, at least. Like, you got
want to get
Dojime,
should be able to get Kanji, should be able to get Risei. Won't be able to get
Are you gonna try
Fox. Won't be able to get Saki. Won't be able to get Mother. Won't be able to get Nurse. Might be able to get Tutored Student. That's it.
Well, you could try for some of the lower ones, but yeah.
This no point at this
most
point.
of those will have to wait until after
Yeah.
after Adachi.
Son of a bitch. That's another thing this game does. It makes you do a lot of days where you don't actually progress the social link. A lot more than 5 does. 5 did it occasionally, but it was maybe once or twice every social link. I feel like every social link 3 or 4 times has forced me to just, not actually progress the social link, just have to, work our way up to the next rank. Also, fuck off, Yosuke. Seriously, go fuck yourself, Yosuke.
It was the 7th.
But do we want to tell Yosuke the right answer?
And for no other reason than the satisfaction of knowing more than he does.
No. I want him to get it wrong. We don't need the knowledge boost or the other skill boost. Good. We embarrassed Yosuke. We should have been doing this from the start.
No, but you would need those knowledge things at first.
Now we can spend time with Kanji. Which isn't even really the one I wanted to do today, but fine. We'll get him to rank 8.
Who did you want to do today?
Risei. Get her
You wanted
closer.
to get her rank 9, huh?
Yeah. But, c'est la vie.
You're probably not going to get any higher until after...
I'm not even going to bother with I.
Yeah.
She is
Understandable.
not a priority.
Yeah. You have a really low to begin with.
If there's no other options, I'll go for it. But if not, then if there are other options, I'm gonna go for them just because I don't really care about her. Just started her social link way too late, honestly. Officers, what are you doing? What can't you do? What do you think he did? Because I'm fairly sure he didn't do anything. You got a warrant?
That's right, punk!
No. He was being nice, you dicks.
Quit it!
Hey, kid. It's very hard to be straight.
About that.
It's very hard to be straight with someone when you're not straight.
Hey!
Oh man, kid, you're not helping. Believe it.
Believe it!
Thanks, man.
Own it, Kanji. Own it. They're so cute, they'll give you diabetes. The instantly fatal kind. You wanna lose a foot, you're gonna lose a fucking foot. Yeah, Kanji. Own it. Man, instantly. Good for Kanji's mum.
Mm-hmm.
He may be stupid and short-tempered. Yeah, you fucking idiots. That's right, walk away. I'm gonna take your badge numbers down and tell Dojima once he recovers from being, you know, in hospital. Kanji's totally crying.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice note to end it on, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. That's a good skill.
Hmm.
What to replace it with, I'd rather regenerate 3. Especially considering Kanji uses that physical moves a lot, so.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Yeah, really not much to do. Right, we'll go to the hospital and then we'll call it a day. Once we get to, we'll get into the TV world. Yes, we are going to see Predator Nurse again. And the relationship won't even fucking deepen. But of course it won't. Stupid game.
She'll get money.
Yeah. Whatever. We're not scared of the creepy hospital. Yeah, Fog. Don't really care. They're all just saying the same shit. Gets boring after a while. Yeah, uproar. We're gonna deal with it today, don't worry. Yeah, we're getting to it. Don't worry, we're about to finish things.
For sure.
You okay? Yeah, he's probably fine.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, who hasn't curled up
all
in a
here now.
bowl in the entryway of the mall?
I mean, I definitely have.
Let's go!
Not. Definitely have not.
Let's just see how the fox is feeling today. Yeah, he's in a good mood. He gave us a soul drop as well.
Neat.
Anyway. Save that. Okay, that is everything for today. Thank you everybody for watching. In terms of future stuff, Thursday we'll be continuing Ace Attorney in the middle of Case 3. It is not fun. Thanks to one character in particular. Though it is fun making fun of Gumshoe's crush.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Saturday will be the mid-season check-in for the summer anime season. Yeah, we've lost quite a few shows from the 3+ episode check-in, and not just the carryovers that we finished.
Quarter of the list.
Maybe not that much, but we've definitely lost quite a few shows just because of you know, Dogstone, Komi, and Shikimori were like one-time things, and then Yol dropped like 2 or 3 shows as well. You and Number.
Yep.
Sunday we should be doing D&D. We should be at the very least getting out of the prison, if not setting up the following arc. And then next Tuesday we'll be facing Adachi. It's gonna be an ordeal, and I suddenly wish I had actually like fucking gotten some healing items. Fuck it, we'll just have to make do.
Yep.
Otherwise, again, thank you for watching. Please do give us a follow here on Twitch and on Twitter. And otherwise, we hope to see you on Thursday for more Ace Attorney. Good night.
Later.